So I have a lot to do. I'm back from the gem show. I'm so excited about everything that I bought, but now I have to get it listed and get some stuff together. I'm a little overwhelmed. So before we do all that, I'm going to do a crystal grid for focus and clarity. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are joining me, I'm so glad you're here. My name is Carla and I love crystals. I love to look at pretty crystals. I love to talk about crystals. So that's what we do here on my channel. So where my brain is right now, I just got back. Last week I went to the Tucson Gem Show, which was amazing. I love going and seeing all the different booths. I know there's a lot of YouTubers that do as they go, kind of video vlogs as they go through, but I was so focused on just being there and talking to the miners and the vendors and selecting the things. I just didn't think to take out my phone and record any videos, so you're just going to get the recap from what I picked. But that's not really what today is about. I have finally got my products that I shipped back to myself, and I unpacked them, and I'm a little overwhelmed. I have to take pictures of them and list them up in my shop and organize them. And if I don't have a metaphysical properties card, I need to develop those. I know I got some really cool new celestial quartz crystals, which I'm super excited to have, and I'll do a whole other video on those. So I've got some work to do, and I got some beads and some tumbles. I want to put together some bracelets and some new tumble packs to put up in my shop. So I feel like I have a lot to do now that I've done the fun part, and I've gone and I've bought what I'm going to buy for the next few months. And now I have to work. So what I want to do today is put together a crystal grid, a little one on my desk, specifically for clarity and focus. One of the things that I picked up at the gem show that I'm super excited about is some Herkimer Diamonds. And these are things I picked up for myself. I think it's a little hard to photograph these and put them in my shop. I'll see if I can get, there's a little one. So if you're not familiar with Herkimer Diamonds, these are just going to be hard to get on the screen. So I'll insert a little video of what I picked up. But I picked up a bunch of small ones because I specifically wanted the energy of the quartz for grids. Herkimer Diamonds are mined in upstate New York, and I met with a fun woman and her sister who have a mining claim up there, and they actually go out and dig them. So I know they're fresh from the earth, and I was able to find some little ones that I could use in a grid. And Herkimers are really good for, it's quartz, so of course there's a lot of energy. Herkimers are naturally double terminated, so the energy goes all the way through it, and it really amplifies any stones you put around it. I had a couple Herkimers in my collection, or I still have them, that I carry sometimes with moldavite and just get that super extra high vibe boost from those. But I wanted some more. I specifically wanted a grid. So today I want to make a grid to help me focus, to get clarity, and kind of define my priorities and my direction. Since I just do this and I don't have a boss, my boss is me, it's hard sometimes to stay focused and stay on task and get all the things done from my big list that I want to do. So I'm gonna do some research today. I know that I want Herkimers. I know that I want to amplify with more clear quartz. I think I might throw some angel aura quartz in there to kind of help me connect to spirit as well as get the energy going here in my world. And I think I want to put some fluorite in there. Now I have some fluorite, I have some small pieces, and I also have this big raw chunk that I love. See, it's got that pretty purple in there and the green, and rainbow fluorite is especially good for clarity, for focus, for protection. Fluorite's one of my favorite crystals, but I don't know if this is something that I want in the middle of a grid. It's raw energy, so I really like that. So I'm going to do some work now with my crystals that I have and work with my pendulum, which I do a lot to help me decide and narrow down some choices. And I'm going to see what I can come up with, and I will be back to update you in a little bit. Okay, so I've got it set up here on my desk a little bit. I wanted to show off these Herkimer Diamonds, and you can see how amazing they are. The quartz, you can see the double termination. This one is one that I just bought that has a little static and hydro in there, and I know I'm not going to be able to let that show up, but super pretty. These are two that I had in my collection already that are going to be good for the grid. But look how sparkly they are. So Herkimer Quartz is a master amplifier. Quartz on its own is an amplifier. It's going to enhance mental clarity. Now these two, you can tell they're not as sparkly, a little more broken and clouded. So these were not very expensive, but still energy and really pretty. And then I got, knowing that I wanted to do grids, I got this little bunch of super sparklers, itty bitties, but oh, so pretty. So Herkimers are from Herkimer, New York. They clear energetic noise, they strengthen intention, and support inspired action. So I'm going to use these in my grid. I think I'm going to start with the Herkimers and build from there. Now I did think about maybe using this chunky fluorite in the grid, but my pendulum didn't like it. So we're going to set those to the side and we're going to build from the Herkimers and use some different fluorites on there. Now I have a couple different bases. I don't know which one I want to use. I'm just doing a small grid on my desk. And I want to use this one for my center. So we could do the little dark one, or we could do the flower one. And since you're along with me for this ride, let's just check with a pendulum. Is this the best choice for my base for today? No. For me, side to side is no. A clockwise circle is yes, and a counterclockwise circle is maybe. So let's try this one. Is this the best base for me to use? And it's giving me a circle, so this one is a yes. Is this the best center stone for me to use for my grid? Yes, it is. All right, so we'll start building from this one, using my pendulum to help me select the stones. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but we'll try. Should I include these two in my grid? Yes. Let's try these little ones. Should I include these two in my grid? Doesn't really like those two. What about these little guys? Are these little guys good for my grid? And I get a yes on those. I don't know if you can see it spinning. There we go. Let's try these little ones. Are these good ones to use in my grid? I'm getting a clockwise yes. So, okay. So I'm not going to use these two right now. And I'm gonna figure out how I want to place these other ones. I'm gonna put those two as kind of like anchors. And then I have 5. 5 is a weird number. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How am I going to place these on here where it makes sense to me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to step away for a minute and see if I can figure this out. Okay, magically we're back. I just took one of them out of the selection so that I have a nice pattern of 6 here around. So my Herkimer diamonds here are going to be my base. Now I'm going to add in some fluorite tumbles. These are some tumbles that I have around, and I've got 6 of them. So let me see how I want these to fit in. I really want them to mix together well. Maybe I will put these a little up in the middle there. And does that feel right? Sounds kind of a chunky monkey, isn't it? Okay, let me see. Let me see what my pendulum thinks about this. Is this a good placement for these fluorites on this crystal grid? I don't know if you can see, it's given me a good yes there. Stop. Are there any other crystals I should add to my focus grid? Okay, it wants something else. So I'm going to go puzzle this through, see what quartz I have. I pulled some angel ore quartz, thinking those might be good to amplify. When I checked with my pendulum earlier, it didn't like them. Should these go on my grid for today for focus and clarity? No, it doesn't like the angel ore quartz. I'm getting back and forth no. So, all right. Should I find some regular quartz to go on? Yes, it wants some regular quartz. All right, going back again. Let me go see what I can find. All right, we're back. So I went through and I have a little box of these Lemurian Quartz points, which are really cool, really clear quartz, and kind of played around with the sizes and what I thought looked good. And I'm going to put these 6 in my grid just to amplify, connect, blend the energy. I was going to put them the other way, but I kind of think moving them in a circle like this around the edges really feels good. It kind of makes a good circle, kind of puts all the energy together. I really like the way this looks and feels to me right now. So I'm going to do a check with my pendulum and make sure, is this grid going to give me good energy for focus? Are these Lemurian quartz points positioned the best way that they can be? Okay. Wow, I totally like this. I like it a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it to its, just scooch it over to where it's going to stay, and I'm going to use this little Lemurian point that's kind of long to activate it, which is just me taking the energy from all the stones and going around in a pattern, and saying a little mantra to energize it for myself. I'm excited. All right, I'm going to come back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. That was fun. I'm really happy with my grid. I've got it right here on the corner of my desk. said some words over it and just clarified my intentions and activated all of the energies together. So I've got my fluorite in there. That's going to help me with decision making. It's going to help me with business planning. It's good for studying. It's going to help me alleviate mental overwhelm because I have so many directions I can go. It's going to help me organize my thoughts and stay on track. Then I've got my clear quartz, which is good for clarity and concentration. It's going to amplify the other stones. And then, of course, I have my Herkimer Diamonds, which are master amplifiers. And it's going to enhance mental clarity and clear out the energetic noise and help me focus that way. So I think that's a really good combination. My intention is when I come in here and work at my desk, as I go through all of the things that I have to do with all of my new inventory, it's really going to help me stay clear and focused and on track. So I'm curious, do you use grids? Do you use pendulums to help you make your decisions? I use my pendulum all the time. I like crystal grids, and I think I need to use them more because I really do like the energy all coming together and working for a purpose and helping support me in that way. So that's how I'm using my crystals this week, and I'm so glad you came along for the journey. In the next couple weeks, I'm going to do some little mini hauls and show you a lot of the cool new stones that I bought. And as I'm planning my new bracelets and stone packs, then I'll just come on here and talk about them, and you can come along with me. So thank you so much for being with me. I really enjoy doing these, and I hope you enjoy watching. So take care of yourself. Love to you all. See you next time. Bye.